What's up guys, Wayne Stevenson here, and I just got myself a new 3D printer. Hey guys, Wayne Stevenson here, and today we are going to do an unboxing and setup of the Geetech A20M Dual Extruder 3D printer. Before I get started, I want to tell you a little bit about this machine that I bought. The reason I went with this one is because it has a 250mm build surface, which is a little bit bigger than what I already have. And has two extruders for multicolor printing. Let's open it up and have a look. Get out my trusty Henkels. Now they say this has a modular design system so that it can be assembled in a few easy steps. Let's see if that's true. All right. Installation manual doesn't look too complicated. Some sort of 3M sheet here. It must be the build surface that goes over your heated bed. Set that to the side. Probably done with my knife. There's a nice mouse pad, holder, SD card and assembly tools, spatula, it's like some test filament, USB cable. Sure guys, we will find out. Extruders, got some sort of nice geared extruder, some sort. Already I'm impressed. Out. The two Bowden tubes. And there we are. There's the base, we'll take that out. So you got a little bit of shipping damage there. Probably before it was shipped to me, because it looks like someone's already patched that up. Voila! Alright. Let's check out the manual and see how to put this thing together. Just kind of gingerly set that there. Alright. Step 1, take it all apart. Step 2, use the 4x M5 30 screws and 4x M5 spring washers to put together the upper and bottom gantry frame. Alright, let's hope it's all labeled. Backup screw kit. Number three. Step 3. Some T-nuts there, spare nozzles. I gotta get some calipers. Okay, so I probably don't need calipers. I just actually looked at the instructions here and lays it out pretty obvious. So let's go ahead with it. Use the installation tools that come with it. And eventually I can add them to my collection. Okay. Set this here for now. Filament sensors, it looks like. All right. So clear these guys have to go through here. That's annoying. Double check the instructions. Put those through. Okay, that's a bit of a challenge. So, yes, the best way is just hang it off the table. Without knocking the damn thing over. Okay. Not too bad. Okay, I didn't snug them up tight on that side. I'll do that once I get the other side in. Again, I'm just gonna. Nope. Doesn't sound nice. I'm just gonna go like this. Put it off the table. And come in from underneath again. Still here. Okay. One tightened. And two tightened. Well, that was painless. Let's move on to the steps. Alright, mount the two extruder motors on the frame and fasten the screws. Assemble the filament detectors with two M4x8 screws. Alrighty. So, sorry, I got the T-nuts assembled, so I should just be able to push them in and tighten her up. Okay, extruders are mounted. Now, let's find out where these filament sensors go. Two tiny screws. Maybe they're already, yes, they are. They're already on here. Looks like they're already on there. Okay, so these filament sensors are going to go on the back of the extruder. Now the screws are already in there, so just need to back them out. You can see why they gave this long one here, because clearly short ones ain't gonna work with this PTFE tube being in the way. Let's just pop that baby in. So I'm just pivoting this out of the way. Looks like I should be able to swing it back in once I get it screwed on. If I can get it screwed in there. There we go. And that just goes there. And then once the filament runs out, it'll trigger that little switch. Let's go over to the other side here, do the same. Do the same, we'll pivot that out of the way, put the screw in. And do our best to get that thread started. There we go. Boom. Alright, now we just got to take these pneumatic air tubings for the Bowden extruder and put them in to the fittings right like that. Make sure we got proper placement so these aren't binding up. And now we just got to wire it up. Okay, so it looks like each wire here you've got XM, that'll be for the motor, and XES. Sorry, you can't see that, can you? Anyhow, the M is for the motor, the ES is for your end stop. And then you got extruder 1 and E1, some sort of, oh, yeah, so you've got your 2 extruder motor wires and your 2 filament runout sensors there, so make sure that you set each one to the right one. And I'm assuming, yeah, so your y-axis comes already plugged in, but it doesn't hurt to make sure that everything's already plugged in. So let's go ahead and wire it up. Okay, I don't think that goes that way. It must go this way. Oh yeah, it's a bearing. I get it now. Go that way at all. That's for flex so it don't damage itself. Alright, that's done. Zip tie that up sometime maybe. Make it prettier. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so the X motors plugs in right underneath there. Yeah, let's see if we can find that limit switch. Where would that be? Ah, it's tucked way inside there, and I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should tuck it in there. I'll have to check the manual, see where it wants me to put that. It would make sense that it's coming up from, well, no. Shows it's going in through the side. So it doesn't want me to put it there. So I won't. There we go. That's done. Now, deal with the Z axis. Now this one's a single Z. I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to upgrade it to a dual. And I can see the end stops right there. Right there for the Z. Someone didn't take off the acrylic cover on that at the factory. Oh well. Ugh. Won't worry about that. Ouch! Jesus! Ow! That's just cosmetic. Alright. Let's see if we can get... Man, these are tight. There. Done. Now, that's a lot of wires. For what? You have fan control. Heater control. It's a lot of wires just for a few things. It sounds pretty complicated. There we go. Well, my experience in 3D printers tells me that this is damn near good to go. Let's find out. And do the wiring. Load the filament, insert the filament through the filament detector in the feed port on each side until it reaches the end of the printing head. That means it's got to go from through here all the way down. Boom. Well, before we get to there, why don't we set up the spool holders? Which way do they go? Which way? Probably that way. For cosmetic sake. There we go. Okay, so these only came with a single T-nut installed, so I'm going to assume that these two extra that came in the pack here are to finish the mount. So let's go ahead and do that. So I don't think a single one is strong enough. Don't think it'd be wise of me to rely on a single T-nut to hold a spool on this. Quite honestly, always I'm concerned. I mean, the frame isn't exactly 100% solid as is. I know with like the CR10 people, we're putting added braces on there. At any rate, let's mount this up. Find the appropriate sized Allen wrench. There we go. Is that it? No, too small. Where are the others? Is that the one? That's the one. All right. There. Now, let's come up here and see if I can get you a better view of what's going on. So, the way these T-nuts work is you want to have them extended enough so they push right into the slot. The concept is when you're tightening them, they will spin into place and grip into the rail. If they're too tight, they won't do their spinning. So you want to make sure that you can see them spin in place. Otherwise, you don't actually have them on tight. Come over here and you can really see that happen. So if you look here, you're not going to be able to, but I don't think. See how it pivots? And then when I tighten it, it's going to stop pivoting. And then it'll grab on. Just like that. Boom. Okay, totally didn't think this one through. Because those spools will be in the way of the extruders. So let me just grab some spools so we can set this up properly. Yeah, I'm not gonna like that. Not gonna like that one bit. Something must be done. Not a problem, we'll just slide the extruders over a bit and call it a day. That's the problem with a lot of equipment is that sometimes they don't give proper documentation. I shouldn't say proper, but they didn't give any documentation at all on this one. I don't know if it was just missing or what. But, that's not an issue. We do need to make sure that we get the damn spool on in the first place. Oh yeah, that's perfect. As long as it doesn't bind up. Still, it might work. Seems a little tight. It will bend to a certain extent, but still has to come off. Well, all we can do is give it a try. Not too worried about trying. Oh. Tina wants to be funny now. There we go. So we'll have to try that other Tina out, make sure it's behaving. And the other T-nut looks good. I'm satisfied. That Bowden tube's got a lot of flex, or a lot of tension on that. That shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully not, we'll find out. Again, you got to make sure those T-nuts are engaged. You don't want to eject your parts onto the build table while you're using it. It would spell certain disaster. All right. Fuck. What the fuck? Okay, you know what this didn't come with? A power cable. See, it's not a deal breaker, just a standard power cable. Before we get started, let's load up some filament. Baby. Baby, I've been wanting to try this green filament out for a long time. Let's do it. Mwah! Love you. Back when there was a PLA shortage, when everyone was printing those masks there, this was pretty much the only filament I could get my hands on. Oh, what the hell is that? Smells wonderful. Smells fantastic. Anyhow, I said have probably about 4 or 5 maybe rolls of this Sunlu stuff. Again, haven't tried it out yet. And I have been excited to try it for months. Yeah, I thought about using some, this is a brand new build of a Geetech printer. I was going to use some Geetech filament, but all I have is the clear stuff. And unfortunately, I can't tune my bed settings with clear filament. It's a pain in the ass. I had a hard time finding good settings. Oh, come on. It's tight. Anyhow, with the clear filament, it was damn near impossible to gauge the first layer. It was friggin', well, it was transparent. I wasn't expecting anything less, I suppose. Let's back this out here. A lot of friction here. I want to show you how it goes. Alright, I'm not a huge fan of this setup here. I've got I mean, look at all this. I can see this coming unspooled. I don't like this plastic tension relief, and it's a single geared extruder, which, I mean, that's not a game killer, because after all, this is an inexpensive printer. I mean, it's not expensive by any means. Not by any means. So that's how it looks. Hopefully that doesn't cause issues. We'll find out. Well, let's throw another spool on it for good measure. I'm going to use this for, I believe they're called lithophanes. Really looking forward to doing lithos. So I think anybody doing this, I mean, has their own, 3D printing has their own reasons for doing it. And I am no different. What the frig? Come on. Well, this is annoying. Well, that's annoying. Let's try this again. What the hell? Let's just cut it at an angle. A little point on it, and hopefully that will find the hole properly. It's not. There we go. I don't like putting a point in on my hot end, so what I'm gonna do, once I get through the extruder, is snip it flush. And I can put the Bowden tube back on. Find it can jam there if it's pointed going in. Let's feed this through. Clear filaments and white filaments are pretty hard to get with that. Okay, there we go. Filaments loaded. I think we are good to go. We got filament loaded. Let's just tidy up and then find a power cable for this and get printing. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, actually. It does say before anything that you gotta level the printer bed. Wow, I like these large knobs. My Prusa clone doesn't have large knobs like these, which makes leveling a pain in the ass. So I do like these, I gotta say. Let's get those tightened up. Alright, that is tight. So when it comes to 3D printing, leveling your bed's the most critical thing that you need, absolutely need to do before you start printing. Even if you're using an auto bed leveling system, you need to start out with a level bed. So cute cat. At any rate, okay, so the first thing you need to do before you start printing on any 3D printer that is the most important is your bed leveling. So make sure you take your time and do this right. Quality print depends on the level bed. And I don't care if you're using a bed leveling system, you need to start out with a level bed. Alright, remove the film off the aluminum bed. Wow. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. I love it. I love it. Oh, this is hard. Oh yeah. Put my finger there because I don't want to rip the whole damn thing off. Well, I mean, I do want to get the whole thing off. this on. My technique, I think, that I'm going to do is remove. Pretty solid. It's not going to flex too much on me. So I'm just going. Oh, it comes off really easily, just like that. Perfect. So my technique is just to get the. Oh, come on. Let's get those corners. There we go. So my technique's gonna start at the corners, like so. The corners lined up. Both of them. Using my fingers. That should just go on. Was good. I thought it would be a little bit more permanent. I'm sure once I press on it or it heats up, it will activate. I kind of want to get the whole aluminum covered. Maybe that's not possible. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, if you had an extra set of fingers, that would definitely make this easier to do. There we go. There we go. Why? Why? Why does this have to be so complicated? Just trying to line it up with the edge. Ah, close enough. Close enough. There we go. Close enough. Oh yeah, it'll come on, I think. Well, I shouldn't say it will, but it feels like it should. Of course, my opinion might change once the heat bed cooks that adhesive on. Get the air bubbles out. I like it. Imagine with this, there's no more need for using any sort of glue stick or tape or anything. There. Let's heat this sucker up and give her a shot. Here's some of the specs here. So it's the A20M. It's got a 255 mil build volume. Platform's 260 mil. You can get up to 250 on the nozzle, and the hotbed can go to 110. 2 in, 1 out. Means you got 2 filament extruders going into the hot end. I'll take G code and GCO, 1.75 mil filament, 0.4 mil diameter nozzle, takes 110. It's got a 24 volt 15 amp power supply. It's running Marlin 1.1.8, which is relatively old. And GT 2560 3.1 motherboard there. Action! Alright, first things we're going to do is we're going to go to the auto home function. And then once that's done, we're going to disable the stepper motors so that we can manually move this by hand. So what we need to do now is pull this halfway, put that halfway, and we can proceed to level the bed. Okay, to level the bed, we start out with the heat bed tightened up as low as we can. We're going to want to raise that into our nozzle. We use this piece of paper here as a thickness gauge. So as we're moving the four corners up and down, we're trying to level it out so that we have an equal amount of friction between the heat bed, the nozzle, and the piece of paper. We're kind of sandwiching that piece of paper between the bed and the nozzle, and we want a slight little bit of friction in between, and that will give a proper layer height for our first layer when we're printing. It's a little bit of a tedious procedure, but most important. And typically once you set your level properly, you'll very rarely ever have to adjust it. Oh, I think that's good. Alright. Let's see if there's anything on this. Card here. Looks like there's a test file right here. Right now we're just heating things up, so once it hits temperature, it'll start printing. Wow, that was pretty good. The bed hit 55 degrees like in a matter of minutes. I'm used to 12 volt beds. Obviously, the 24 volts is the way to go. Let's see what kind of test file they have offered up for us here. Anytime. Man, this is friggin' taking forever. Looks like some sort of dog or something. I don't want to stop it because I want to find out what it is, but I also want to print something better than this. Well, looks like whatever it is gonna be done soon. Finish, damn you! I want my printer back! Hurry the frig up! If I would have known you'd be printing a damn 6-inch dog, I would have gone on Thingiverse and downloaded something better. Man! Could you paste a friggin' picture on the SD card so we know what we're printing when we're testing this damn thing? Oh my god! I don't even like dogs. I'm a cat guy. If I would have known it was going to be a friggin' dog, I would have picked a better color. 97% complete. 3 hours, 31 minutes. Why couldn't you have been like a treasure cat? Like one of those Chinese fortune cats. See this green dog. It's about friggin' time. Behold, the green and white dog. Well, it's about friggin' time. Good doggy. Good doggy. That dog took forever. Oh, crap. Come off. There. That was a little annoying. I'm gonna have to adjust my offset on my Z-axis because she was a little tight coming off. And there you have it. Hey guys, there you have it. The Geetech A20M 3D printer. As you can see, installation was a breeze. It took all of 45 minutes from the time I unboxed it to the time I had it printing. I did have some issues taking the first print off the build surface. That's an indication that my Z-axis was too low and it was sandwiching on that build surface too tightly. All I have to do to fix that problem is introduce some Z offset to it. By doing that, it's going to raise that nozzle up just a little bit, and then when that heat bed cools down, it should pop off without a problem. Now, first off, the things I loved about this 3D printer is the ease of assembly. If I compare it to the Sunlu Prusa i3 clone that I built, Man, is this a breeze. That one took the better half of a day to assemble that one and get it running. This one, like I said, about 45 minutes, probably quicker if I wasn't trying to make a video. Print quality on this is amazing. I mean, out of the box, this thing is beautiful. I absolutely love how the dual extruders can mix the two different filaments together, starting from a white down here, going all the way up to full green. You can mix and match with any colors you want, and I am absolutely looking forward to printing my wife some beautiful vases. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to find out more information on the Geetech A20M 3D printer or where to buy it, I've left some links down below. As well, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you're into 3D printing or FPV drones, give me a subscribe because I've got new content coming out all the time. Thanks for watching.